This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 17, and it reads, For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, Even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Psalm 11 and 6. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and an horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup.
Ramesses, your stubbornness is bringing this misery upon Egypt. It would cease if only you would let the Hebrews go.
I will not be dictated to. I will not be threatened. I am the morning and the evening star. I am Pharaoh.
Something else is coming. Something much worse than anything before. Please, let go of your contempt for life before it destroys everything you hold dear. Think of your son.
I do. You Hebrews have been nothing but trouble. My father had the right idea about how to deal with your people.
Ramesses.
And I think it's time I finished the job.
Ramesses.
And there shall be a great cry in all of Egypt, such as never has been or ever will be again.
Ramesses, you bring this upon yourself.
Man, Lord's when you enjoyed that clip. And with that, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. YAHAWAH is the name of the Heavenly Father, in whom the world is ignorantly called Jehovah, or Yahweh, and YAHAWASHI is the name of his only begotten Son, in whom the world has ignorantly called Jesus Christ, in whom we do worship. We are the Hebrew Israelites, which consist of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, and Seminole Indians, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad. Greetings, giving double honors unto my apostles, my elders, and my teachers at Great Millstone that are ruling well and continue to do so, that taught me and brothers like me this truth, this beautiful truth, beginning with the names of our power and of his anointed. Now these are the two most important things you will ever know. The name of the Heavenly Father and the name of his only begotten Son. To call upon and be saved in these last and troubling days. They're true and proper names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew. Our language, the Shalawam QADASH, which is the holy tongue. Shalawam meaning tongue and QADASH meaning holy. Our language. You must call upon these names when you pray. Call upon these names when you bless a brother or a sister in the faith, or putting blessings upon your house or your family or your children. Call upon these names when you are in distress. Call upon these names and you will see the power thereof. Now the names that are written, these be the names that are written. The name of the Heavenly Father is YAHAWAH. Yah, meaning he. Hawa, meaning exists or is to be. He is. He exists. He, the existing one. And he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. In the name of his only begotten Son, a name above every name given amongst men here on earth, to the Israelite man first, and also to the believers, to call upon to be saved, consisting of women, children, helps of the prophets, and those that have faith. The name that will be called upon would be the name and is the name YAHAWASHI. Yah, meaning he, Hawashai, meaning deliverer and savior. And that is exactly what he will come and do for the second time in physical form, yet as an angelic force. For we shall see him as he is, and we shall be like him, changed in a moment and in the twinkling of an eye, to fashion a body like unto his glorious body, to forever be with him, entering us into that second agreement or covenant is made with the same people, but yet based on better promises. For the law shall be within our inward parts. For where there is no sin, there is no death, and we shall never die. We shall live forever, hence eternal life. To know the one true power and Hamashiach, which means the anointed, whom he hath sent. Okay? So with that, Lord's willing, this is an edifying lesson. And Lord's willing, I call this lesson, Not Considering Their Latter End. And I had to play that clip from Prince of Egypt. You see when Moses said at the end, he's like, Ramses, you bring this upon yourself. This devil, Esau, Edom, he was created to be the wicked, created for the day of evil. For the Lord have created all things for himself, including the wicked for the day of evil. But all the things that are happening, Esau, Edom is doing it to himself. For it was said in the beginning, if he does right, will he not be accepted through Cain, right? But sin lieth at the door, and this man, he just can't get right. He's bugged out. He's wicked. He's evil. And all those that follow him in this flood-like behavior will also be destroyed, including our own people, 2/3. Okay, that fall after his pernicious ways, they will be destroyed. Now, this is Wisdom of Solomon 3:19. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. Horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. Horrible. Okay? Horrible is the end, man. Let me get that flood-like behavior. But before we get that, take the wise in their own craftiness. You see how Pharaoh was talking. He's like, I am Pharaoh. I am the morning and the evening star. I am Pharaoh. And then Moses is like, but something worse is coming. Worse than anything before. He's like, let go of your contempt for life before it destroys everything you hold dear. Think of your son. I do. You Hebrews have been nothing but trouble, right? That's what Esau is saying. He's mad because his forefather gave up the birthright, being a demon, not thinking about his posterity, his descendants, his generations that would come after him. But our forefather Jacob did. And now you mad at us in this time. But hey, YAHAWASHI is going to destroy you anyway. He's going to take your craftiness, all right, what you think you wise, and he's going to use it against you. You want to depopulate? The Lord wants the same thing. You want to destroy us? The Lord's going to destroy you. You want to enslave us? You're going to be enslaved. You want to eradicate us? You're going to be eradicated. Damn demon. All right? All right, this is Job 5:13. And it reads, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. Just as they were throwing our babies into the rivers, they're going to be thrown headlong into destruction. As you've seen in the clip. It's powerful. That's the Lord raised up Pharaoh for the same purpose, that he may show his, that he may proclaim his name in the earth, that his name might be declared throughout all the earth and exalted. Let's read that in the NLT. For the scriptures say, for the scriptures say that God told Pharaoh, Yahweh told Pharaoh, I have appointed you for the very purpose of displaying my power in you and to spread my fame throughout the earth. How the Lord destroyed Egypt. Why the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart when, and according to any man, I would have just stopped, at the first plague. But no, the Lord is showing you that he has power in heaven and in earth, and upon the minds of men. He turneth their hearts whithersoever he will, as the rivers of water. So Lord is moving this mind, this man's mind, Esau, Edom, and the minds of these kings in this time, even our minds, for us to awaken is all of YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. All these things have been wrought in YAHAWASHI. All right. For the scriptures say that God, Yahweh, told Pharaoh, I have appointed you for the very purpose of displaying my power in you and to spread my fame throughout the earth. And that word fame goes into name and reputation. So the name of Yahweh, BAHASHAM Yahushai, and the reputation of Yahweh BAHASHAM Yahushai was spread throughout all the earth during that time, that era. Well, preferably it was the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. But who led us out? Who was driving that chariot? Only the mystery had been revealed to the predestined. It was YAHAWASHI. And now YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI is going to be exalted in this time. The Lord is known by the judgments in which he executed throughout the earth. All right. It says they meet. This is Job 5 and And 14, they meet with darkness in the daytime, these high-banking elites, these the Illuminati, they call themselves the Illuminated ones, but their power was secrecy. But now it's coming out into the open, and they are known, their plans are known, in a sense. We know their plan is known, not fully to the rest of the world, but to the men of the Lord, to the elect, their plans are known, and they're going to be thwarted and destroyed and put down and thrown down by YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. Okay? It's funny how it tells you in Revelation 12 and 12, hey, 144, 12 times 12, right? Revelation 12 and 12, this man, knowing that he had but a short time, he's going to come down having great wrath. But guess what? Our power, YAHAWAH is going to come down having great wrath upon you. So whatever you do, YAHAWAH has already done it and will do it better. How about that? And whatever you're trying to do to us, he's going to do it to your people, in your nation, in your country, in your habitations, and where you dwell, man. You want to push us into a corner, the Lord going to push you into pits and destroy you. Okay? Now this is verse 14. They meet with darkness in the daytime and grope in the noonday as in the night. They know what they're doing, but then they don't know what they're doing. The Lord is guiding them to do what they're doing. Just like as he hardened Pharaoh's heart to do what he did, the Lord is controlling these devils, these Edomites, the self-proclaimed white man, his people, beginning with their banking elite, to crash these banks, to crash this system, to bring forth a new system, to bring it all down. YAHAWASHI is doing this. All right? It says, but he saveth the poor from the sword. And that sword is Esau, Edom, as David prayed. You know? Deliver me from thy hand, which is thy sword, from men of this world that have their portion in this life. Esau, Edom. He has power. He has weaponry. But the Lord's going to deliver the poor, beginning with the hopeful elect. All right? But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, from Esau, Edom's paperwork, his draconian measures, his laws that he's going to push forth on the populace of the earth. And many will not survive. Many will die. Many will be caught up. But not the elect. The elect will escape the snare of the fowler. All right? The snare is broken and we are escaped. Through the name of our power, YAHAWASHI, are these things achieved. And when this net, okay, falls upon the sons of men, are snared in an evil time as fishers caught in an evil net, we were caught by the net of the fishers that were made fishers of men. And we became fishers of men. We were caught in that net, not in the net that's about to be dropped and poured upon the populace of the earth. Like Moses, we were set aside, drawn forth. You draw near unto Yahweh, and he shall draw near unto you. All right? It says, but he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. Esau, Edom. So the poor have hope, expectation. And iniquity stoppeth her mouth. Why? Because the truth is being declared. All right? It conquereth forevermore. And is always strong. Man, says, behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh correcteth. Because of the correction, we will not suffer wrath with the world. All right? Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. For he maketh sore, he hath broken us as a people because of our disobedience. And he's binding us up and bindeth up through this word. It's healing us. Not polifying, how does it go? Mollifying plaster or herbs. It was not those things that made us whole, all right, or healthy. But it was the word of YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI that maketh whole. YAHAWASHI is the physician that came unto us when we were sick and are sick. And he's making us whole. He's giving us health. It says he wounded, the Lord wounded us with slavery, raising up Esau, Edom as he did ancient Pharaoh, Egypt, okay, to put us in bondage. So we were wounded by the wound of an enemy. But through Yahweh Bashim we shall be healed. And his hands make whole. You see that? So the Lord is going to make us whole again. So the Lord taketh the wise in his own craftiness. All right, it's raining out here. Well, where I'm at, you know, Cali. But let's get it. Let's go to headlong into destruction. Destruction. Slippery places. Let me get that. Man, Psalm 35:6. Let their way be dark and slippery, and let the angel of the Lord persecute them. Hey, the angel of Yahweh Bashim is persecuting these devils. They want to watch everybody and spy on everybody and set people up with their false flags, black swan events. But the Lord is doing those things with the chariots, with the angels, working on the minds of kings and setting things up, drying up the Euphrates and the modern day Nile, the Mississippi, and bringing storms and plague. All right, having men's minds fail them. The Lord is taking spirits and souls out of this earth and bringing forth plagues, which no man can hold them back. All right, as a hungry lion in the wood, or a fire that has begun to burn. Who's going to stop what Yahweh Bashim is bringing on the earth? Psalm 73:18. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. That's it. Let's get it. You know? Not considering their latter end, but we have considered their latter end. We were once like, man, how the hell is this dude going to be destroyed and taken down? Is he just ever going to win forever? No, he's going to lose. Let go of your contempt for life, Esau, Edom, before it destroys everything you hold dear. Think of your son or your sons, but you don't think about them. So we're going to get that in Job, that he ain't going to have son nor nephew left among his people. Or when I get that. Now this is Romans 9:18. Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will. Have mercy. And whom he will, he hardeneth. NLT. So you see, Yahweh Bashim chooses to show mercy to some. And he chooses to harden the hearts of others. So they refuse to listen. Esau, Edom. His people as a nation refuse to listen. Certain of them, their tongues are falling on themselves. They'll say truths, right? But doesn't mean that they're right or the Lord is dealing with them. That's just the case. He's hardening them as a nation, as a whole, even though some of them speak right? Us, as on the other hand, 2/3 of our people have been blinded, but they're still the chosen. But the election have obtained what Yahweh Bashim has put forth. All right? But the rest were blinded. And they're going to be blind until, that new kingdom. And everything is going to be, all the veil is going to be wiped away off of all faces and off all nations. All nations are going to know who they are, what their purpose is. Israel is going to be known, and the wicked is going to be destroyed. And they're going to be known that they're nothing, the basis of men. Okay, this was he who made the earth to tremble, Esau, Edom. No, the one that is making the earth to tremble and is going to have the wars to cease to the ends of the earth will be Yahweh Bashim, just as his name was exalted during the time at the fall of Egypt with those 10 incurable plagues and the destruction of Pharaoh and his army being drowned in the middle of the sea. While Israel passed on dry ground, that was known. This destruction at this time with fire and these elites and their whole power structure crumbling and falling down, burned to a crisp. The earth is burned and few men left. Those few men are going to be shackled up and chained. Their nobles with fetters of iron and their kings with chains. It will all be known. See? This is Romans 9:19 NLT. Well then, you might say, why does Yahweh, well, let me read that in the KJV first. It says, thou wilt say then unto me, why do he yet find fault? Yeah, because why is the Lord going to judge them if he's making them go off? Well, it's the Lord's story. He hardened Pharaoh. You would have thought when you read Exodus, right? You be like, damn, once the Nile was hit, I would have gave up. I would have been through. But it ain't up to you. Who have resisted his will? Pharaoh could not resist the will of the Lord for his heart to be hardened. Yes, people suffered for it, but he hardened Pharaoh to show his power, that you are no God. There's only one God, one true power, Yahawah, and his son YAHAWASHI. Right? Just as YAHAWASHI when he's arrested during the Roman Empire. Rome was great in military prowess and military might and strength, but they were weak in splendor and glory as the Babylonians. That's why they were the head of gold. The Romans were the legs of iron, right? And YAHAWASHI was during that era, the Roman Empire. And when Pilate was saying, I have the power to release you or to crucify you, YAHAWASHI looked at this clown, this Edomite. He looked at him like, you have no power over me at all, except it be given to you from above, from the Father. Letting him know, like, you have no power, man. All this is controlled by the Father, man. I'm here because of this is the Father's will. You're here because it's the Father's will. This Roman Empire reigns because of our power. Because of my Father. The power that controls heaven and earth, that controls you and your empire. YAHAWASHI knew his duty. All right? He understood his job. Though men do not understand their role and their job. But why are y'all here? We're just being used. Hey, the Lord is a power. Okay? That controls everything. This is his story. History. Right? All right? Romans 9 and 19 NLT. Well then, you might say, why does Yahawah blame people for not responding? Haven't they simply done what he makes them do? Verse 20. Nay, but O man, who art thou that replies against Yahawah? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? That's what Esau Edom wants to say. And other people want to say, why did he choose Israel? Why are they in slavery and we're on top? Because it's all a part of the Lord's story. The Egyptians were on top when we were delivered. Passover, right? We were the slaves. Well, we kept Passover while they were mourning their firstborn. We were untouched while the plagues were hitting them. Call all Yimla. We crossed through the sea on dry ground while Pharaoh and his army essayed to do the same, were drowned. You see? Call all Yimla, Yahawah. We're going to be beamed up. The elect is going to be beamed up while the earth is burned and few men left. We're going to be taken through the fire while the Lord rains fire on this earth. Jerusalem, the actual land of Israel, is going to be decimated, but yet the nation of Israel is going to be exonerated and brought down upon the earth. Where were you when the Israelites took over the planet? Beginning with the elect, that house of David, built up as in the days of old. This is Romans 9:20. Nay, but old man, who art thou that replies against God? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? NLT. No, don't say that. Who are you, a mere human being, to argue with Yahawah? BAHASHAM. Should the thing that was created say to the one who created it, why have you made me like this? Verse 21. Have not the potter power over the clay? That's what Esau Edom is thinking, that he has power over the Lord's creation, over his people, over the populace, over the sons of men. But yet the Lord placed in your mind the things to do upon the sons of men, which is truly his plan, only to set you up and then destroy you for what you have done and deliver his people and exalt his name throughout the earth. Yeah, the Lord is mustering the host of the battle, beginning this war, putting it in your mind to begin the war. But the Lord's going to end the war. He maketh the wars to cease to the ends of the earth. All right. Now this is Romans 9 And 21, have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor, Israel, and another unto dishonor, Edom is unto dishonor, though at this time they're honored because of their riches and they have the fatness of the earth because of the blessing of Isaac, but you're still the wicked at the end of the day. Israel's in slavery. They're bugged out. They're through. We're going off. We've been going off. We need help. We need a savior. You know, our righteousness is as filthy rags, but yet we're still the chosen. We're in our Lord's state, but yet we have this treasure in earthen vessels. It is what it is. Honor, vessels unto honor is Israel. As a whole, even though 2/3 are going to be destroyed. Okay? So we're still vessels unto honor. And you Edomites, I don't give a damn if you're speaking truth, telling the truth, you for our cause, you with us, whatever. You are vessels unto dishonor. All of you. All right? This is Romans 9:21. When a potter makes jars out of clay, doesn't he have a right to use the same lump of clay to make one jar for decoration and another to throw into the garbage? Yeah. Verse 22, Salaki. What if YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering? See, the Lord is enduring this time. He's enduring you demons and you devils, man. He's enduring you. But he's soon going to destroy you. You see? It says, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. Verse 23, that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, Israel, which he had afore prepared unto glory. RAWCHAA. Man, let's read it in the NLT 21 and 22. When a potter, well, yeah, I already read that one. 22. In the same way, even though YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, has the right to show his anger and his power, he is very patient, which is he suffers. All right, with those on whom his anger falls, Esau, Edom, sons of men, even 2/3 of our people, but preferably, you know, Esau, Edom, and the sons of men. He's really wanting to destroy you, but how much more the wicked? He's angry with the wicked every day. He wants to destroy you, but the Lord is subject to his word and his will be done. It says, who are destined for destruction. See, the Lord have looked over the proud times and they are ended. Let me get that, ended. I believe that's in, and we're going to go back to that Psalm 73, ended. I believe that's in Second Esdras, if I'm not mistaken. And behold, they are ended. Bear with me, brothers. Yup, Second Esdras 11 and 44. Hey, 144. The highest also have looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended. And his abominations, Esau, Edom, are fulfilled. Now, this whole chapter is going into the Roman Empire, the Empire of Rome. Okay, let's go here. Yep. And then the 12th verse is really going to take it home. Yep. It's going into the Roman Empire and the different Caesars, the triumphant and all of that. But this part right here, you can equate it with Babylon because this is the last leg of the Roman Empire. See, the Lord is going to destroy Rome, but not Rome during that time like the Zealots and many of our people believed. But he was going to destroy this Rome under NATO and the EU, spearheaded by Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, the whore that rideth upon the beast. The Lord is going to destroy this Roman Empire. The Lord is going to despise this image. He despised the old ancient Roman image, right? And he's despising their image again because they're bringing Rome into a technological age. All right? Now this is 2 Esdras 11 and 44. The highest also have looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled, Esau, Edom. And therefore appear no more thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body. Now Rome was destroyed, but not completely done away with. It was wounded as unto death, but it was healed during the Renaissance era. And now this time the Roman Empire, its power structure, all of it is going to be destroyed, burned, put to nothing. Okay, that all the earth may be refreshed. You see that? Because Peter tells you that. It says that seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought we to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for a new heaven and a new earth, a refreshed earth and a new rulership, wherein dwelleth righteousness. It all links up. It says that all the earth may be refreshed, because this man is destroying the earth, and the Lord is going to destroy him which destroyed the earth. Revelation 18. It says, and may return, being delivered from thy violence. Why? Because the Lord destroyed the world that then was with the flood, because the world was filled with what? Violence. And the Lord had to bring it to a violent end. But yet, in that salvation, he saved Noah, the 8th person to live through the flood, along with his sons, their wives, and his wife, and the animals commissioned to be on that ark. But everyone else perished. It says, being delivered from thy violence, and that she, the earth, may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her to be inhabited. But you devils have made this a living hell. But that's why YAHAWASHI came to give us life and life more abundantly. But the devil, you, Esau Edom, you are the devil, the deceiver, the slanderer. You have come to steal, kill, and destroy. And the Lord is going to come destroy you. Steal you away in the night like a dream. All right? And chase you out of the earth. Okay? And we're going to get that in Job. Okay? Let's get that, which is destroyed. Let me get that destroyed. And we're going to get that in Psalm. I believe that was all right here in Romans 9. But let's read it in the NLT. Romans 9:23. He does this to make the riches of his glory shine, even brighter on those to whom he shows mercy, who were prepared in advance for glory. Praise ye the Lord. Rakatha YAHAWAH. BAHASHAM. Oh, man. 2nd Esdras 1:10. Many kings have I destroyed for their sakes. Israel, Pharaoh with his servants and all his power have I smitten down. The Lord is going to do the same with this modern day Pharaoh, Esau, Edom. Now let's go there. We were in Psalm 73. Let's go there in the blue letter. Oh, yeah. Okay. Psalm 73. And I'm going to start grabbing some scriptures from the Apocrypha. I can only grab it in the Bible with the Apocrypha. So let's do it. It says Psalm 73, and at the top of the ledger it says, the end of the wicked contrasted with that of the righteous. Man, that's it. The end of the wicked, man. Now let's go. We at though, Salaki. We'll start. Man. Verse 6. Psalm 73:6. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, Esau Edom. Violence covereth them as a garment. It says they wear pride like a jeweled necklace and clothe themselves with cruelty, so that they're unleashing on the earth. It says their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They have the fatness of the earth, but they gained it by way of what? The sword, the blessing that Isaac gave to Esau. Yeah, you're going to have the earth and the compass of it, but by way of the sword, where you get it. It says these fat cats have everything their hearts could ever wish for. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily, but there's only one, the high and lofty one that inhabiteth eternity, Yahawah Bashim Shai. He's speaking unto you, Esau Edom, through his men. Said he's going to consume you by the spirit of his mouth and destroy you with the brightness of his coming. You are consumed by his word, right? Which the ministry began with YAHAWASHI. He is the word of the Heavenly Father, who was made flesh and dwelt among us, and now is at the right hand of power, destined to come back. So you're being destroyed by the word of the Heavenly Father, consumed, right? And then you're going to be destroyed by the brightness of his coming. When YAHAWASHI returns, the express image of the Father, he's going to destroy you and your power structure and your military might and your and your world, your age will come to an end by the arrival and return of Mashiach. And the kingdoms of this world shall become the kingdoms of our power and of his anointed. Right? And we shall reign with him. It says, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. NLT. They scoff and speak only evil. In their pride, they seek to crush others. Hence, World War III is coming. They've crushed the world with World War I, bringing in weaponry that was never seen. Planes were introduced. Biological warfare was introduced. Mortar fire, machine guns, tanks. What else? Other flamethrowers, all types of weaponry was introduced in World War I. Then before World War II broke out, they got rid of the gold standard and they put people in debt and things of that nature, and it was assassinating kings and doing the coups. And then they perfected it after World War II. Then the world was brought unto the Second World War, right? The second woe. You see? And they were destroying the earth, man. They crushed others in these different conflicts. And then through the time, through the military, religion, and the financial, have they destroyed the earth. Okay? It says, they set their mouth against the heavens. Yeah, they boast, they talk and they mess. All right, as if there is no God, right? You cannot erase God with an edict. There is a God, right? My man Wordsworth, all right, from the Twilight Zone, the 60s version, obsolete man. You cannot erase God with an edict. There is a God. The state has declared that there is no God. There is a God. Yeah. He's like, I am a reminder to you that truth lives. And that anything I say, that truth lives. Even after I'm shoveled into my grave. I am reminded to you that truth lives. So, hey, the elect, the righteous, you hate the righteous, you damn devils. Just as the Pharaoh of old, the Egyptians hated the Hebrews. They didn't even eat together. They didn't even sit with them. It was like a low level thing to sit with shepherds. Okay, that's our that's what our forefathers were. They're husbandmen, farmers, shepherds, shepherd kings, right? But just like in this time, Esau Edom didn't want us to sit with him. We in the back of the bus. If you want to eat something, you go to the kitchen and get it from there. Don't eat up in here with us. So same thing. The Lord is taking you devils in your own craftiness. Now he don't want you to be with his people. All right, you want segregation, nigga? Well, segregation today, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever. Get your ass over there, E. We don't want you biased, punk. Get out of here. All right, Lord, all right, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll raise you this. That's cool. We don't want to be around you devils no way. Now y'all want to jump up into our blessing. The fuck out of here, man. It's Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And the 12 patriarchs, man. The sons of Jacob and Joseph are blessed. Not you Edomites. Even though you've been blessed for a time and you're a little blessing, but it's coming to a close and it's coming to an end. And ain't a goddamn thing you can do about it. Okay, now let's get into this. Let's read. This 2 Esdras 1 and 10. Many kings have I destroyed for their sakes. Pharaoh with his servants and all his power have I smitten down. Man. 2 Esdras 1 and 11. All the nations have I destroyed before them. And in the east I have scattered the people of 2 provinces, even of Tyrus and Zidon. And I have slain all their enemies. And the Lord is going to do that again. The Lord is going to slay all our enemies. Woo! Man, let me get that. Let me see here. I'm going to get that in, is that Wisdom of Solomon? Yep, it's in Wisdom of Solomon. But let me get that in Esdras, though. Let's get to the 2 Esdras 7 and 40. We'll start at 41. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up, Esau, Edom, and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly. It's our people, 2/3, that have gone the way of Esau, Edom. We're not praying for Edom or you heathen, because our people well understood that salvation was not for you heathen. It's only for Israel. But we pray for the ungodly, our people that have been without the Lord, without the true power, and without a standing priest, and without an ephod. All right? But now we have been returned unto our culture, our language, our God, our Savior, our purpose, and our future. It says, but only after we figured out the enemy, Esau, Edom. Just like in the, what was that, Enter the Dragon or Way of the Dragon? Was it Enter the Dragon? I think Way of the Dragon was when Bruce Lee fought the dude in the Coliseum. I believe Enter the Dragon was his last film with with that dude, Jim Kelly, and the other guy. But in that movie, when he was in that Hall of Mirrors, his master, he heard him. He said, he's like, remember your teachings. He said, these mirrors, lies and illusions is where the enemy hides himself. Break the illusion and you shall break the enemy. See, Esau, Edom had us in an illusion of thinking he was great, he was good, we were evil. But no, once we found out who he was by breaking that illusion, we broke the enemy. Through YAHAWASHI and through the name of YAHAWASHI shall we push down our enemies and tread them under that rise up against us. It says, even so now, seeing corruption is grown up and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it not be so now also? He answered me and said, this present life is not the end, where much glory doth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. See, this is not the end where much glory doth abide for us as a people, but in the world to come. See, Esau Edom is running out of time. He has to make way of whatever the hell time he has left. All right, according to prophecy, we're measuring the time, and there's not much time left. Our Lord is nearly here. Okay? So we're getting more and more in tune with our power. YAHAWASHI, calling upon his name more and more. The days are speeding up. The days being shortened for the elect's sake. Okay? Barakatah YAHAWASHI. All right? The Lord has taken the wise in their own craftiness. All right? The end of the unrighteous or ungodly generation is horrible. Horrible is the end, man. This man never considered his latter end. Knows when I get that latter end. It says, but the day of doom, which is judgment, shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality for to come. The only immortality is going to be granted unto Israel, when all Israel shall be saved in time, beginning with the hopeful elect to be changed in a moment and in the twinkling of an eye. It says intemperancy, which is non-self-control, is at an end. Infidelity, which is no faith, is cut off because faith is going to flourish. Righteousness is grown and truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed. Esau, Edom is going to be destroyed. The heathen are going to be destroyed. Not all of them. Few shall have to be left in order to repopulate and be under captivity and subjection under Israel. All right. It's always going to be a remnant that's going to be saved. The remnant of Israel is going to be taken up. The remnant of Esau is going to dig into the earth, be in the sea, be in space. And then the remnant of the heathen, they're going to be scattered upon the earth. All right, only to be put into subjection. All right, made to build. Our walls are going to be built up by aliens, strangers. All right. And that remnant of Israel is going to come down to repopulate, to bring back the nation of Israel that was destroyed, to 2/3. And then the rest of the heathen, they're going to multiply. And they're only going to be multiplied to be destroyed. What Esau Edom is. Let me get that. We're going to jump back to this that Psalms. Multiply. How's it go? Multiply. Bear with me, brothers. I always want to play a clip back. This is a dope clip. Man, Prince of Egypt. Something else. They shall be destroyed forever. What's that? Bear with me, brothers. All right, Shalawam Akim. I'm back. I got the scriptures. Here they go. This is Job 34:25. Therefore he knoweth their works, and he overturneth them in the night, so that they are destroyed. Woo! Call all you mlah. YAHAWASHI. That's what the Lord's going to do to you heathen, beginning with Esau Edom. He's going to strip you of the world that you think you have. You are nothing. You are in the Lord's game. You are in his world that he have created. And he's going to rid you out of it. He's going to scratch you out. Just like on, what's that movie? Apocalypto, where the girl is prophesying against our people that's being demons. It said, he that run with the jaguar shall bring you to your end. To him that shall scratch out the earth. He shall scratch you out. Well, hey, those that run with the scriptures, man. Those that speak from the scrolls shall lead you to your end. And him that shall scratch out the cancer of the earth, he shall scratch you out. Hey, it said that a physician get rid of a long disease. Esau Edom is that disease. The Lord's going to get rid of you once and for all. This is Psalm 9:5. Thou hast rebuked the heathen. How is the Lord going to rebuke them? With flames of fire. Taking vengeance upon them that know not the power. YAHAWAH. And our people that did not believe the love of the truth, the love of the gospel. It says, this is Psalms 9:5. Thou hast rebuked the heathen. Thou hast destroyed the wicked. Thou hast put out their name forever and ever. Woo! So the Lord's going to put out the wicked's name, but yet exalt his own name, as he did with Pharaoh. Praise ye the Lord. All right. 2 Edges 7:45. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that have gotten the victory. Who's going to be destroyed? The wicked, the ungodly, the evil. All right. The heathen. But who's going to get the victory? The elect. They're no longer going to be oppressed because they got the victory. They're going to be with the Lord in the air. They're going to be free. Not only free from captivity, but free from these bodies. Free from sin and from death. Free from the curse of the law. Free from a dying world. Free from this wicked, horrible time. Free. Having the victory through what? Faith. Nor to oppress him that have gotten the victory. Through what? Faith. You see that? BARAK YAHAWASHI. Let's get that destroyed. We're going to go to Wisdom of Solomon, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Man. This is going to happen once again, but unto Esau Edom. It says, so they all together had innumerable dead, with one kind of death. Neither were the living sufficient to bury them, for in one moment the noblest offspring of them was destroyed. And I was going into the firstborn being destroyed in Egypt. But hey, the way the Lord is going to destroy many people in this time, by way of fire, nuclear fire or laser fire, whether it be, is still bad. They all going to die in the same fashion. And the living, which is the elect, they ain't going to be able to bury them, because y'all going to be turned to ashes and dust. It said our enemies are going to be ashes under the soles of our feet. Man, there you go. It said the noblest of them was destroyed. Damn. It's Ecclesiasticus 5 and 7. For you elect members, turn ye unto Yahweh BAHASHAM before it's too late. All right? It says through faith we kept the Passover, and through faith we crossed through the sea. See? Have faith. Faith is our victory over this world. The Lord has already overcome this world, man. We're calling the Esau Edom. We're crying out to him as Moses did. Let go of your contempt for life before it destroys everything you hold dear. Think of your son. Think of your sons, Esau Edom. But he doesn't, because he's a damn demon. Psalm 9 and 6. O thou enemy, destructions are come to perpetual end, and thou hast destroyed cities, their memorial is perished with them. Esau Edom, you're going to be destroyed, man. You're going to go down. You ain't going to be able to withstand in the evil day. Now, this is the scripture I wanted to get. Psalm 92 and 7. When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they shall be destroyed forever. Damn. Woo, man. Psalm 137 and 8. O daughter of Babylon, which is spearheaded by the nation of Edom, the WAM, self-proclaimed white people, okay, beginning with their banking elite, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. How about that? You're going to be in captivity. You're going to be destroyed. All the plans that you have against us shall be executed against you in the spiritual sense. And what you have done unto us, we shall do unto you, but double in righteousness. How about that? Call all Yimla, YAHAWASHI. This is for the elect. Turn back. It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, YAHAWASHI, and put not off from day to day, because each day that goes is a day closer to the kingdom, a day closer to the destruction of this modern world, a day closer to World War III, a day closer to the implementing of the MOTB. The system is already here, is already built. Banks are collapsing and falling. It is only a matter of time before you have to make that decision. All right? It says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord, Yahawah BAHASHAM, come forth. And in thy security, when you look at the ledger, if you have a 1611 book, in the ledger it says simplicity. Stop being simple, Jake, and wake up. And if you remain simple, you shall be punished in your simplicity. In your incredulity, which is your disbelief, you shall be destroyed. The elect are going to believe. Believe to the saving of the soul. And we will not turn back unto perdition, destruction. All right? It says, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. That's it. Think of the wrath that should be at the end. Man. Bear with me, brothers. Baruch 3 and 28. But they were destroyed because they had no wisdom and perished through their own foolishness. I believe I was going into the giants during the time before the flood, which is men of renown. All right. And now in this time, we're a flood-like behavior, man. and unmeasurable. Yep, Baruch 3:26. There were the giants famous from the beginning that were of so great stature and so expert in war, because it said even those that had the breath of life were destroyed during the flood. That was the sons of God, the Israelites, before they were known as Israelites, just sons of God. Then you had the sons of men, and you had the sons of the wicked, which was Cain's descendants that created weapons, and they were craftsmen and artisans of creating idols and other things of that nature that brought the world that then was being overflowed with water that perished. Why? Because of the violence in the earth. It says, those did not the Lord choose, neither gave he the way of knowledge unto them, but they were destroyed because they had no wisdom and perished through their own foolishness. Who have gone up into heaven and taken her, which is wisdom, and brought her down from the clouds? YAHAWASHI have done these things. He have given us this truth. This word is nigh unto us, even in our mouth. Who have gone over the sea and found her, and will bring her for pure gold. No man knoweth her way, nor thinketh of her path. But he that knoweth all things knoweth her, and hath found her out with his understanding. He that prepared the earth for evermore hath filled it with four-footed beasts. See, the Lord hath created the earth to be inhabited. He that sendeth forth light, and it goeth, calleth it again, and it obeyeth him with fear. YAHAWASHI is the power that does all this. The stars shined in their watches and rejoiced. When he calleth them, they say, here we be. And so with cheerfulness they showed light unto him that made them. This is our power, and there shall none other be accounted of him Oh man, let me read that again. This is our power, and there shall none other be accounted of in comparison of him. Woo! Call all Yimla. YAHAWASHI, man. Tyrant, let me get that. Lord is going to come destroy, our enemies. I think they're untouchable. All right, here we go right there. Wisdom of Solomon 12:14. Neither shall king or tyrant be able to set his face against thee for any whom thou hast punished. For so much then as thou art righteous thyself, thou orderest all things righteously, thinking it not agreeable with thy power to condemn him that have not deserved to be punished. For thy power is the beginning of righteousness. And because thou art the Lord of all, it maketh thee to be gracious unto all. The Lord has given his man Esau Edom time until their measure is filled. Let me get that the Amorites. Because we didn't invade our land, or we weren't released from Egypt until the sin of the Amorites were fully come in. Let me see that. There it is. Genesis 15:16. But in the fourth generation they shall come hither again, going into the land of Israel, where Abraham was dwelling. For the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. So the iniquity of you Edomites is not yet full. That's when the Lord is going to make his grand return. That's when he's going to rain fire and brimstone on you. That's when everything is going to go down. Praise ye the Lord. Okay? Now let's go to Job. Oh, not Job. Psalm 73, and we're going to go to Job down below. But let me read it through. Okay, we almost there, almost home. Wisdom of Solomon 12:17. For when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, thou showest thy strength, and among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest. But thou, mastering thy power, judgest with equity, which is fairness, and orderest us with great favor, for thou mayest use power when thou wilt. But by such works hast thou taught thy people, that the just man should be merciful, and hast made thy children to be of a good hope, that thou givest repentance for sins. You see that? For if thou didst punish the enemies of thy children, and the condemned to death with such deliberation, giving them time and place. Hey, the Lord gave that to the Egyptians and to the Amorites and all those Hamites dwelling in our land. Did he not give it unto you also, Esau, Edom? But you were never going to take your dwelling in the land of uprightness, and you still would not learn righteousness. The Lord is going to destroy you fat. He's going to destroy you because you destroyed the earth. All right? It says, giving them time and place whereby they might be delivered from their malice. With how great circumspection did thou judge thy own sons, unto whose fathers thou hast sworn and made covenants of good promises. Therefore, whereas thou dost chasten us, thou scourgest our enemies 1,000 times more, to the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of thy goodness. And when we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy. Man. Wherefore, whereas men have lived dissolutely and unrighteously, thou hast tormented them with their own abominations. That's what the Lord is going to do to these devils. Esau, Edom, he's going to torment them with their own abominations, which the Lord has made fit and has pronounced to be of his liking to bring into the earth. You creating those nuclear weapons, which are the weapons of the Lord's indignation. You building up and gearing up for war, but the Lord is mustering the host of the battle, bring you down into one place. The valley of Jehoshaphat, or YAHAWASHI, the Lord's judgment, his decision. It is his determination to gather the nations, to pour upon them his wrath. Okay? It says, for they went astray very far in the ways of error and held them for gods. Going into the Egyptians, but the modern day Egyptians are the Edomites. You held your science, your technology for gods, your own persons, okay, your weapons. You held them as gods, your money, but none of these things are going to help you or deliver you. Just as the Egyptians were not delivered. Their gods had no power. But they knew the power of the true God, Yahawah, and his son YAHAWASHI, who was that death angel that took their firstborn, the noblest of them. All right? It says, which even among the beasts of their enemies were despised, being deceived as children of no understanding. Therefore unto them, as to children without the use of reason, thou didst send a judgment to mock them. Same weapons you put the nations in fear with are the same weapons that are going to be used against you. Man, there you go. But they would not be reformed by that correction, wherein he dallied with them, shall feel a judgment worthy of power, worthy of God. For look, for what things they grudged when they were punished, that is, for them whom they thought to be gods, now being punished in them, when they saw it, hey, whom these devils think to be gods is their technology and is going to be the MOTB, in that same very thing will you be destroyed and judged for, punished, okay, in them. It says, when they saw it, they acknowledged him to be the true power. Woo! Just as the Egyptians acknowledge our power to be the power, whom before they denied to know, and therefore came extreme damnation upon them. You get that asunder. The loins of the unmerciful. Loins. Salakia. Loins. I'm going to play this clip back. Here we go. Ecclesiasticus 35:18. For the Lord Yahawah, BAHASHAM, will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, the heathen, till he have smitten in sunder the loins of the unmerciful, Esau, Edom, and repaid vengeance to the heathen, by way of World War III, till he have taken away the multitude of the proud, by way of these plagues, and ultimately nuclear destruction and laser destruction, laser fire. It says, till he have taken away the multitude of the proud and broken the scepter, the rulership of the unrighteous, till he have rendered to every man according to his deeds, and to the works of men according to their devices, till he have judged the cause of his people and made them to rejoice in his mercy. Mercy is seasonable in the time of affliction, as clouds of rain in the time of drought. Now let's get this latter end. So like it, latter end. Deuteronomy 32:29. Oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they would consider their latter end. Man. Man. Yep. Isaiah 41:22, let them bring them forth. Going into you, Esau, Edom. The Lord is calling you out. All right, you know so much. We're going to bring it out then. You tell us what's going to happen. It says, let them bring them forth and show us what shall happen. Let them show the former things, what they be, that we may consider them and know the latter end of them, or declare unto us things for to come. Isaiah 47:7, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, Babylon the Great, aka America, Lady Liberty, right? And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things, your destruction, to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Fire and brimstone, worms, you being overthrown as Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, we're gonna read. It's gonna go to Job, son or nephew. Let's put that in. Salakia. Iniquity, fathers. Bear with me, brothers. Okay, get this real quick. Isaiah. Let's see here. Yep. Isaiah 14:20. Man. Verse 19, Isaiah 14:19. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, Esau, Edom, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, destructions, the sword that the Lord is going to bring on the earth, the judgment. Think not that I come to bring peace on earth, but a sword. The Lord is going to bring judgment, warfare. The prince of this world is cast out. They have nothing in me, nothing in YAHAWASHI. You're going to be cast out, Esau, Edom. It says, are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden underfoot. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial. You're not going to be with the other nations, because when you bury someone, you put them at rest. After that 1,000-year period of the nations in the world knowing that Israel is going to reign forever, and their God shall reign forever, right? And their Lord, YAHAWASHI, being there, and under him our king, the prince over our nation, King David, and then the rest of the 12, the 144,000, the 1/3, the rest of our nation, all Israel shall be righteous. Come on now. And all the nations put in their respective places in their lands. You, Esau, Edom, will not be joined with them. You will not be put at rest. You will be eradicated and destroyed. It says, thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Because the Lord is going to end the wars. He's going to end wars to the ends of the earth, and he's going to destroy your cities with fire, nuclear fire, and they're never going to be rebuilt. The land of Edom is going to be given to Judah. You're going to be thrown in pits, and after those days, eradicated, destroyed. It says, for I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant, and son and nephew, saith the Lord, YAHAWASHI, because your son carries on your line, and if you don't have a son, you'll have a nephew with the same name as you, because that's your brother's son from your line. But the Lord said he's going to cut off son and nephew from you, Esau, Edom, so that you don't have any posterity in the earth, any lineage, any line. You're going to be cut off. I also will make it a possession for the bittern, this land that we're dwelling in, Babylon the Great, aka America, and all Edomite held lands are going to be decimated and destroyed. It says, I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water. I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith YAHAWASHI of hosts. That's it. There you go. That's all I want to get. Let's get this Psalm 73. But let's play this clip. Before I do that, let's read on down. Psalm 73:9. They boast against the very heavens, and their words strut throughout the earth. They're saying that God is dead and his son is fake news. When you damn devils about to be eradicated, wiped out, destroyed, put to nothing. The Lord hears your words, and he is displeased at them. And the Lord gave you his answer. Tekel. That's what 2017, he said he weighed you in the balance and found you lacking, wanting, and you will be destroyed. The writing is on the wall for you devils. All right, this is Psalm 73 and 10. I'm going to read the NLT versions. And so the people are dismayed and confused, drinking in all their words. These damn devils, man, are deceiving the people, making them drunken on their philosophies and madness. So what does Yahawah know, they ask? Does the Most High even know what's happening? Yeah, he prophesied it. He sees what's going on. He's putting everything in motion. He's having his men speak. So look at these wicked people enjoying a life of ease while their riches multiply. All right. The wealth transfer, the biggest wealth transfer in history was in 2020. And then these banks collapsing and all of that, they're going to have you people as the credit. When someone owns your credit, they own you. You going to be what they want. All right, because they know the power of human resources, or another word for human resources is slaves. Okay, they have everything they need. They got AI. They don't need you people. They're gonna chip you people and make you like cattle. Humans are not hackable animals, as that demon Harari said. But it goes to show you, we need the Lord. The Lord is gonna take the wise in their own craftiness. The triumphing of the wicked is short. Let me get that is short. We almost out of here. So I get short. Yep. Job 20 and 5. And it read, well, I started 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? But for a moment. Psalm 73 and 13. Did I keep my heart pure for nothing? Going into us. This is us speaking. The righteous man. Did I keep myself innocent for no reason? No, there's a reward for the righteous. I get nothing but trouble all day long because we're chastened of the Lord so that we will not suffer wrath with the world. Wrath with, let me get that. Wrath with. There's always a reason. Let's get that. So I can. Okay. Bear with us. Bear with me, brothers. Those in the letters of Paul. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 9. For Yahawah have not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord YAHAWASHI HaMashiach. Okay. 1 Thessalonians 1 and 10. And to wait for his Son from heaven, whom he raised from the dead, even YAHAWASHI, which delivered us from the wrath to come. Man. Okay. Where's that scripture? Romans 5 and 9. Much more then, being now justified by his blood, we shall be saved from wrath through him. Where's that on that? Yeah, I guess I did read it. Bear with me, brothers. Suffer wrath with the world. I guess that was it. From the wrath to come. I guess that's it. Okay, that's pretty much it. All right. Now let's play this clip. Shalawam.
Should be made on the backs of slaves. Ramesses, your stubbornness is bringing this misery upon Egypt. It would cease if only you would let the Hebrews go.
I will not be dictated to. I will not be threatened. I am the morning and the evening star. I am Pharaoh.
Something else is coming. Something much worse than anything before. Please, let go of your contempt for life before it destroys everything you hold dear. Think of your son.
I do. You Hebrews have been nothing but trouble. My father had the right idea about how to deal with your people.
Ramesses.
And I think it's time I finished the job.
Ramesses.
And there shall be a great cry in all of Egypt, such as never has been or ever will be again.
Ramesses, you bring this upon yourself.
Man, that's it. Romans 2:8. But unto them that are contentious and do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness, indignation, and wrath. Man, starting off with Esau, Edom, that damn demon. All right. Dang, you don't want to be that guy. Psalm 73 and 14. I get nothing but trouble all day long. Every morning brings me pain. If I had really spoken this way to others, I would have been a traitor to your people. See, our people don't like us because we speaking truth. So I tried to understand why the wicked prosper. But what a difficult task it is till we went into the scriptures. Then I went into your sanctuary, beginning with our apostles and elders, all right, that were endowed, that were granted, all right, that grace to speak, to lead us into the way of good works. All right, the ministry that was began by YAHAWASHI to let us know that everything's going to be all right, that this man will not prevail, that he will be destroyed, and that we will get the victory through our Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, through our faith in them. This is verse 17. Then I went into your sanctuary, O power, and I finally understood the destiny of the wicked. Truly, you put them on a slippery path and sent them sliding over the cliff to destruction. In an instant, they are destroyed, completely swept away by terrors. When you arise, O Lord, you will laugh at their silly ideas as a person laughs at dreams in the morning. Yep, because the Lord is going to despise their image, what they think they're going to do, their silly ideas. Then I realized that my heart was bitter and I was all torn up inside. I was so foolish and ignorant, I must have seemed like a senseless animal to you. Yet I still belong to you. You hold my right hand. You guide me with your counsel, leading me to a glorious destiny. Whom have I in heaven but you? I desire you more than anything on earth. My health may fail, and my spirit may grow weak, but YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI remains the strength of my heart, my mind. He is mine forever. Those who desert him will perish, for you destroy those who abandon you. But as for me, how good it is to be near to Yahweh. I have made the sovereign Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, my shelter, and I will tell everyone about the wonderful things you do. So with that, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, BARAK, QADASH, by whom we do function, double honors unto my apostles, my elders, and my teachers at Great Millstone that are ruling well and continue to do so, that taught me and brothers like me this truth, this beautiful truth, beginning with the names of our power and of his anointed. The name of the Father is Yahweh, and the name of the Son is YAHAWASHI. Keep these names, call upon these names, trust in these names, cherish these names. Double honors unto my apostles once again, as it is written, those that continue in the ministry. Much love to you brothers out there fighting this good fight of faith. Keep it up. To you sisters doing that which is becoming of women. Shalawam. To those that are addicted unto this ministry, I say, Shalawam. Lord willing, you have been edified. Until the next time, I say, Shalawam. On to the next one. Shalawam.